Salutations, my lords and ladies. We are back at again. Yes, we are back at again. It is your lovable, your on point movie reviewers, the movie connoisseurs, ourselves. I am the connoisseur, E-Man,
I'm the
coming at
master
you.
of cinema, Machi.
Of course, of course, of course. But you know how we like to start our videos off with a little quick little bada bing bada boom check up reminder and also just an update. So, do y'all like 80s movies? Of course you do. You're our viewers. You know you love movies. You know you love all types of movies. Some more than others, but hands down, we're going to be running it back to a good old fashioned, pristine 80s movies. If you haven't seen it yet, go check it out. We're talking about Airplane. Not Soul Plane, not the other movies I guess called Airplane. We're talking about the 1980 Airplane comedy drama itself. Um, Hands down, I never heard about it. My friend Machi over here, the master of cinema himself, recommended it to me because he watched it a couple of weeks ago. So I definitely had to go check it
Years,
out.
sir. Talking about days. Years.
You watched it a couple of years ago? How was it so prominent in your
Years ago.
mind? Oh, I did not know that. I thought it was a couple of
Because
weeks
I
ago.
rewatch things.
Oh, okay.
Obviously.
100%, 100%, bro. I would not put it past you, bro. I rewatched stuff as well. But without a doubt, if y'all love little dry humor, little dark humor, little old humor where they can still get away with a couple stuff, y'all definitely will love some Airplane in y'all system. It is hilarious. It is funny. There's definitely some references that I enjoyed finding out about. That I've heard in other movies that I didn't know where it came from, and I got to see some of that in Airplane, so it was good to just find that out about. But hands down, I enjoyed it. I definitely highly recommend checking it out, man. Especially love those 80s movies, and you a movie fanatic, you just want to go back and check out some stuff. But there's gonna be spoilers ahead. You know how we like to run it here, my people. We like to just run it like how we run it. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna have some spoilers ahead, so just be prepared, right? But we're gonna get right into it. All right, this is Airplane. It's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's an airplane. Wait, yeah, my bad. But yes, let's continue. First things first. I'm gonna give my synopsis first because usually I ask you first, Machi. But since you already seen the movie and it was my turn to see it, I'm talking about it first. I enjoyed Airplane. Hands down, I enjoyed it. I would give it like I would give it like a 6 out of 10, like 6 out of 10 kind of movie in my opinion. It was good. The humor was not what I was expecting. There was a lot of surprising dark humor in it. I was really thrown off about, and I was like, I loved every second of it. There was a lot. It was just like it's a good movie, especially for just like if you just want to sit down and just watch something that's kind of like the premise is like clear cut. It's just about like a plane's about to go down. Everybody's incapacitated. The one man that has PTSD from the war is the only one that can legit handle this mission, and it's like a whole love story mixed with a whole comedy. It's all good. It's all good, and I loved every second of it. Hands down, 6 out of 10 because it's not like crazy good, but it was still enjoyable. It was enjoyable to me. But what about you, Machi? What do you think?
So there's a part because this movie is very much to spoof, right? Mm-hmm. But it's a comedy spoof, and these are very hard movies to judge in a more objective lens of saying whether it was good or bad, right?
Mm-hmm.
Personally, I'd have to give it a 9 or an 8.5 out of 10.
Oh, wow. Okay. Somebody's being generous.
Not generous. This is good.
No. I was about to say, well, I guess I was about to say, like, myself. Well, maybe not generous. I feel like this is, like, you actually feeling this way. But, yeah, continue.
So very much, because this is a very hard movie, because it's a bit of an old movie. So if you don't know, and this really comes down to why I take away some points. If you don't know all the things it's referencing, right, because it's very much part of its time, especially for this newer audience, you won't understand a lot of the jokes that go on throughout this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So it's just hard, because I'm a bit of a young man myself. So even though I watched it a couple years ago, I still don't understand all the jokes. You have to go up and look them up sometimes, right? Even with that, I think it would be about 8.5 out of 10 kind of movie.
I will say, just in my opinion, I did get some of the jokes. I did get, not some of them, I did get the jokes, especially, like, I don't think there was anything that really, like, went over my head. Like, I would say all the jokes hit. Especially even like the running jokes, like for instance, like what's that? And they just literally just take the time to explain the thing that they're talking about. But that's like that, like they always say like, oh, but that's besides the point. Like we're really going into this. I was like, that's funny. I think I think that like my favorite kind of gag a little bit was like when the who which what was the I think no, it wasn't Roger, it was Over, yeah, Captain Over, for like the flight, dude. Every time he kept asking the child a question, had me cracking up. Hey Joey, you ever been in a well, it was some kind of like Alcatraz prison? It's like, do you ever seen a naked
Turkish
man?
prison.
You know, a Turkish prison. You ever seen like a Turkish prison? You ever seen a naked man, Joey? I was like, bro, what?
Ever watch movies about gladiators?
You ever seen good gladiators? You like cars, Joey? Like, you're just asking me these questions. I'm over here like, yo, Joey, we don't get out of this cockpit. I feel like something bad gonna happen to you in this cockpit. It's like, Loki, I was when Elaine was trying to take him out for a little bit. I was like, yo, Elaine, you're literally doing Joey a service right now. Because not gonna lie, I was thrown for a loop when he said, "You ever seen a naked man, Joey? Do you like the gym, Joey?" I was like, bro, what is gonna happen to Joey, bro? I was like, yo, this is a little bit weird, man. But no, it was a good movie. There was just like, especially some of the comedy was like, dude, the first dark humor was Ted, the character, the main character, well, the main male character, Ted, the guy, the army guy, who knew how to fly planes, bro. When he's telling the story about him and Elaine, like the first bit, he's like with that old lady. And then it cuts to like, I was like, what are the cameras turning back there? And it literally cuts to like her killing herself. I was like, yo, that's crazy.
What's even funnier is that this movie is PG.
Yeah, and it's PG, bro.
Oh,
I
geez,
can't.
it's wild time. You can get away with this stuff.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I literally said that like the first bit. I'm like, there are a lot of stuff, especially comedies. You like stuff that you like you joke about now. You can't joke with like joke about like later that you couldn't do now. Like I was not expecting that. Some other things I would say. The premise of the film was good, but I feel like the main thing about Airplane for me is just that I feel like the jokes is what really sets it apart. Like the comedy is what's really important. It's not even like the premise itself. It's just how they use the comedy. Like they use the comedy well. Even like the first bit, I didn't even register it until like I was actually listening to like the I guess like the announcers on the speakerphone for the airport. Like actually having like a full on argument. I didn't even notice. I had to like run it back. I swear I heard something crazy, and then I was like, I had to run it back. I was like, oh okay, they're literally duking it out over the intercoms right now. And I was like, that's actually hilarious. Especially when he's like, yo, it's like, or like white zones are needed for park. Park in red zones. And the guy's like, no.
The woman.
No, wait, no. Well, yeah, I said the guy goes. I know it was the woman who started up. Yeah, I said the guy goes. The guy goes. Then I forgot what the one I brought up first, but they're going back and forth, and he's just like, tired of this white zone shit. And I was like, hey yo, bro. Or like how the female intercom speaker is like, I know what this is about. You just don't want me to get an abortion. I was like, bro, what does that have to do with anything? He was like, listen. I'm just trying to make sure we're getting all, and they're airing out all their dirty laundry in front of everybody at the airport. I also feel bad for that guy that's stuck in that taxi. Like
the whole movie, he's just there.
Like that just waiting there. Yeah, he's just waiting, bro. And then like the money is racking up, but it was like 63 cents for like I don't know how much they charged by the
second.
It's like yeah, no, it was like that was how much he was getting charged for every I don't know if it was like every hour or like
every minute, I believe.
Every minute, yeah. So like, dang, well that was a long flight. So I don't know. Ain't no way you're gonna have to make him pay for all that. That's crazy. Especially I didn't go nowhere. Miss me with that. Absolutely not. What was your favorite scene from Airplane? What was your favorite scene for
Airplane? I like my cop. I like my men. Black.
Yo, yeah. When that little girl said that, I was shook.
Look, I made the same face that one man. I was like,
yo, when when she said that, I was like, wait, what? I did not hear that little girl just say that, bro. Ain't no way. It's like those like two kids look like they're like little business people.
The whole joke was, yeah, they're two little kids, but they're talking and interacting with each other like grown adults.
Yeah, I know.
On this plane. Yeah. And then it's so funny when it just comes out of left field and he's just like, what do you mean?
He was like, excuse me? Like my coffee blank, like my minute. I was like, yo. Oh, or like, dude, did you peep that Joey, like the main like young kid character, right? He's reading like a nun.
He's reading a nun's wife, and the nun's reading a boy's life.
Yeah, boy's life. And I was like, hey, I was like, yo, they need to meet. Yo, or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I didn't even know Kareem Abdul-Jabbar acted. I didn't know he acted. I did not know that. I thought he just did basketball.
Thing throughout thing throughout a lot of movies to just put athletes in movies, have just athletes do cameos and stuff like that in movies. It's a thing even back then. It's real funny, especially when he gets sick and that's to take him off the thing
Yes,
and he's wearing his goggles
yeah, he's
and
wearing
his
his goggles
pants.
and his pants, yes, and his shoes. Yeah, I saw that. I beat that. I thought that was hilarious.
Which is more to the idea that he's actually not a pilot. He's just actually himself pretending, just going undercover just to do this. It's real funny.
Two references I really picked up on in this movie that I was like, I now realize where they're from. Is like the one reference of like, "Don't call me Shirley." I swear I've seen it in like, because I work at a movie theater, so I like there's a commercial that my movie theater used to have, which was like they just did a whole bunch of different references here and there in like the trailer for it, right? And one of them was
Yeah,
"Don't
they do
call
one
me."
for the Goonies, and then
Yeah,
they do
there was.
Connoisseurs.
Yeah, and I did the one was like Shirley, like this can't be that. I forget what the line was, but it's like he says, "Don't call me Shirley," and I was like, "Oh, okay, that's." And then like literally in the movie, it literally brings it up, and I was like, "Oh, that's where this is from. That's where that line's from. Don't call me Shirley."
Mm-hmm.
But then another reference I saw, which I was like, "Oh, that's where that's from," is like the whole like, "You need to calm down. You need to calm down." Like that lady's freaking out. I was like, "I can't handle it. You need to get off this plane." And then like everybody just goes over to her and like they're trying to like make her calm down, but it's like what they're doing is not really making her calm down. They're just shaking her and slapping her. And then you see like that long line of people with like boxing gloves and like a gun and like a mace. And I'm like, oh, that's where that joke is from. It's like so it seems like Airplane had a lot of prominent jokes in like the movie comedy community. Like they had a lot of like important jokes. A lot of important jokes there from there. I see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you know there's an Airplane 2?
Yeah.
I did not. Did you watch it?
Yes.
Okay, you did. I'm gonna have to actually. It's on Paramount. So I'm gonna have to go actually.
Yeah.
Airplane 2.
Yeah, but
I didn't know there was an Airplane 2. I thought there was only just Airplane, but of course they're gonna make a sequel. It came out like 2 years after Airplane, so Airplane must have did really good back in the day, because it came. They literally had a sequel come out like after like 2 years, bro. Crazy.
But there was all throughout the 1980s, there was like these huge line of really great, actually like for like 25 years, huge line of great just spoof movies that just came out.
For anybody who probably has watched the movie or listened to us, tell them to go watch the movie for listening to this thing. Oh, sorry, not this thing, this video. Listening to this video, what would you tell them about like the movie? Like, what do you honestly want to say to the viewers right now, our lords and ladies?
First of all, you should watch the movie and tell us your favorite joke throughout the movie.
Absolutely.
Second of all, if you've already seen the movie, what's to say? It's really a movie just built on just a bunch of jokes. That's the whole movie. It really feels like a bunch of the times, like these jokes are so good, they had to have just ad-libbed it, right? There's no way that all of this was just written. It must have just come off on the spot.
That is so facts. Yeah. Well, I do get your point there. Because it was so fluid. It was so fluid. Like especially like even like the one reoccurring joke, which is like he keeps coming back and saying, "Hey, I just want to wish y'all good luck. Like we all counted on you." He keeps doing that over and over and over again. I'm just like, oh, bro, we get it. But I was like, it just like there was no like it didn't make it was like no atmosphere where it just didn't fit. It felt fit perfectly over and over again when he did it. Like everything, even like my favorite jokes. I didn't even go into this. My favorite joke, hands down, for this movie was when the one stewardess is like singing on the guitar, and then you have like the little girl that's like literally has to like, get surgery. She has like the IV dripping her, and then like the guitar knocks it out of her, and she's dying. She's like, and dying.
No one's paying attention to her.
No, because everybody's clapping along like it's like singing around the campfire. I'm like, bro. Also, because like how they did it, I just love every second of it. Because like when she starts singing, everybody's attentive. Even like the airplane, even like the pilots, right? It's like it fits the vibe of like that kind of like feel good. Like, hey everybody, things are a little hard right now, but I'm gonna bust open a guitar, will bust out this guitar and then just start singing a song that for some reason everybody knows at heart. It's close to everybody's heart, and it just starts singing it. Everybody's just like, "Oh, I feel calm now. Let's sing this song together." It was so it was funny. It was funny. It was good. Like that hit different. It was like, bro, y'all are not having a sing along right now, and y'all are literally in danger. Everybody's dying from like some kind of like fish enhanced cardiac coma. Like I don't even know how to explain it, bro. Like the fish was just taking everybody out.
And obviously, you can't talk about the shop talking about Leslie Nielsen. You know who that is?
No, I do not.
That's the Doctor.
Oh,
Have you never seen Naked Gun?
Dude, no. I just realized that. I realized they're literally making a new Naked Gun right now. Yeah. And I didn't know that there was a Naked Gun before this. So I'm like, now I got
3 movies.
There's
you
3? No, I gotta go. Yeah. I gotta go peep them like legit tonight, bro. I have to peep them legit tonight.
It's so funny when you see him, right? So when you actually like would see him in the movie, especially back for that time, it'd just be like a guest star actor just came on, and you're like, whoa, it's him, right?
Yeah.
He was a very prevalent actor back in the day too.
It is, but he did a good. No, he was doing a great job. He was doing a great. Honestly, he was like the voice of reason. He was hands down the voice of reason for the entire film because he was even the reason why Ted got back on the horse, or I guess back on the controls for the plane. He gave him that whole speech about like how as a doctor he was handling the medic unit in the war, and he was like this one guy was saying like this one soldier that was literally about on the brink of death. He was like, listen, like I know I'm injured, I know things kind of went bad, but I know our leader made the right decision at the end of the day, right? To handle it and do what we needed to do and get it done. Like he made the right decision, and he felt like that. Even when he was bleeding out, he was like, "I have to say this before I get calmed down." He did the right decision. He took the right action. Because the whole entire thing is Ted feels like he literally killed all those people. And it was all his fault. Even like the entirety of like even Eileen's like even the government and like the military said like there's no blame you should be taken from this. It just happens like. At the end of the day, but he's like, nah, like all those men I led into battle all got killed, and he feels like it's because of him. And he feels like he made the wrong choice because like everything that keeps running back to is that one phrase that he keeps thinking about is that like it's up to you. You're the deciding vote. It's up to you. It's up to you. It's up to you. And it's like the whole thing is like it's legit. It's all up to him to land this plane. And then going back to like putting himself in that position of leadership, like he feels like he can't do it. So like when he hears that even this one person that was under him for leadership, right, on his deathbed is saying that he made the right choice. Like, I understand why that brought him back up, but then, like, just to go back to my original point, is just that, like, Nielsen's character is like he is like literally the voice of reason. He is the uplifting. He's the reason why, in my opinion, I feel like he is the main reason why everything worked out. If he wasn't on that plane, it would have been a lot worse, bro. Thank God he was on that plane. Also, I think there is that reference of like, is there a doctor on board, like the plane? I swear that I swear like that is always a reference in like different other movies. So like, I'm not really that surprised by that because I feel like that also comes from Airplane.
It's more of a like a common saying, right?
Yeah.
Just in case something terrible happens.
Is there a doctor on board? Yeah.
Oh, funny! It's funny that Doctor is more actually one of the more serious characters throughout the movie, which is really important.
Yeah.
It's really funny. Especially when you have Elaine going on around here, just really making everything sometimes a bit worse, but also really funny the whole time.
Yeah, or like, yo, what she did to that blow up doll was crazy.
That's a great joke.
I'm sorry.
They only had one blow up doll too.
No, they did. They did.
They did. More messed up every time you see it.
100%. That's why they had to like kind of low key like edit his face each time, kind of like fix it, like kind of animate his face a little bit of the blow up doll's face. That it would have me cracking up, especially when like at the end you see the blow up doll fly the plane out at the closing part of it. I was like, bruh, ain't no way.
I especially love her joke with she's an Avon lady, and she's doing Avon sales in
yeah, yeah. She's doing it with the African tribe, bro. Any closing remarks, Mach? Airplane.
Go watch the movies. Go watch. I think everyone should watch a lot more spoofs to really see what's going on
100%.
because it'll really get them more into older things, right?
Yeah.
This is spoofing things from the 70s and 60s. So even specifically Saturday Night Fever, I know a lot of people have seen that, but they should.
Mm-hmm.
And this movie should show you why you should watch that.
Exactly.
In older movies like that. So go ahead, watch older movies, people.
I will agree with you. Definitely keep, especially for new movie fanatics just starting out. Please, please, please go watch some 80s, 70s, 50s movies, man. Just please, just go do it. Or listen to some, hands down, I also recommend listening to some like 50s, 40s music, bro. When you have like the swing dancing and like the really jazz and all that stuff. Like, just get into that. 100%. Oh, I also say this because I feel like we didn't go into this show. It's just like, okay, so hands down, before I end it, Machi, who was your favorite character? Who was your favorite character, hands down? At the end of the day,
Favorite character was the. I'm gonna have to give it to Elaine.
you gonna have to give it to
Elaine
Elaine.
Elaine was funny throughout the whole movie. Yeah.
All right, got you. Mine is split. It would be either Dr. Rumac or Captain Over. Captain Over was hilarious, dog. Anytime he interacted with Joey, and me cracking up. Joey, do you like? Have you ever seen? Like, do you like movies, Joey? I'm like, yo, leave Joey alone, bro. That kid is 10. He does not care. He just wanted to see the airplane, bro. For real. Ask me all these questions, bro. Or just like the doctor. The doctor was just low key. He had like such like good dry humor. It just made me crack up laughing sometimes, bro. Especially because like just hear him say, "Don't call me Shirley," bro. I was like, oh, that's where that's from. I was like, yes. I get it now. It just made me happy. But anyway, viewers, that is Airplane. Like we said before, please go check it out. Let us know in the comments what y'all's favorite joke was. Who was your favorite character? What was your favorite gag? Anything. Give us everything. 100%. Or even recommend us some 80s movies that y'all love. Understand now I'm about to go check out Naked Gun and also check out Airplane 2 and see the difference between Airplane 1 and Airplane 2. We're definitely going to probably talk about that too, my viewers. So look out for that video when that comes out. But anyway, we bid you farewell. I bid you adieu, my lords and ladies. This has been the Connoisseur, and
this is the Master of Cinema.
Bada bing, bada boom. Peace.
Bye.